for joining us for Mid-Morning. I'm Kylie Burst.
And I'm Jason DeRusha. Great to have you with us. Been a lot of fun, kind of on Kirk Cousins' watch.
I love this.
Has it been too much or just right?
No, I think it's fine because it's been balanced with like NCAA excitement.
Yes, that is true.
It's all good.
I don't think we have a helicopter following him around today, but can't rule it out.
Oh.
It's possible. You probably heard by now the Vikings have that new quarterback. There's his new jersey, number 8. Kirk Cousins officially signing with the team yesterday. WCCO's Mark Rosen broke the story. He says the deal is for $28 million a year, which is very close to the contract Rosie has here at the station.
Almost as much.
We don't know all the details. So Cousins is 29. He spent 6 years in Washington.
Okay, so we like him, but we love, look at this baby, Cooper Cousins. I can't handle this. He's one of the newest and probably one of the cutest Vikings fans out there. The Vikings posted this picture of Cooper to Twitter. He seems pretty happy to be in Minnesota with his dad, Kirk, and his mom, Julie. Look at the hat.
The hat is amazing. Got the Helga horns on, that knit hat, a little bib there that says, I think, what does it say on it? Something like
Littlest Vikings
Littlest
fan.
Vikings fan.
Cute.
So cute.
Just too cute.
Yeah, we're so happy to have Bill Hudson, Mary McGuire with us this morning. Actually, Bill's first time with us on Mid-Morning.
I'm a newbie, exactly. Congratulations on the new show.
Yeah. Started 3 years ago, but it's fine. No, 3? Is that right?
3 at the end of the month, yep.
Wow.
I'm a very busy man, let me just tell you.
Yeah, well,
Bill's got stories to cover out there. There's work
Well, happy to be here. This is great.
We're glad to have you both
Fun.
with us today as we get ready for St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
Big plans for you guys tonight?
I mean, my last name
Tomorrow?
is McGuire.
Obviously.
I kind of have to celebrate. It's
Do you go
like,
to both
party with
parades?
you.
Yeah.
I typically go to the St. Paul parade because my dad is a St. Paul guy, so
Yeah.
that's just kind of my blood.
That's a great parade.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. We're babysitting this weekend, so I don't know that there's going to be too much of a party, but maybe we'll have some corned beef and cabbage. I
Teach
don't know.
those babies about the green beer trick. There's
There you
nothing
go.
more amazing. How did that
Yeah, the
happen?
kids would love that.
Really cute. We've got that white weather watcher, and I don't think anyone's too upset about seeing that today because we've had a nice stretch of weather, just a little bit above average. That's about where we'll be again for today. So 26 degrees. Wind right now is coming in out of the east about 14 miles per hour, but that gust, it'll get you 21 miles per hour. So it does feel like it's down to about 14 degrees. So there's a little bit of a bite in the air, not quite as much as Port Ely this morning started off sub-zero. Now up to about 7 degrees. So there is a little bit of a breeze, like I mentioned, 10 to 15, up toward 20 miles per hour at times. But tomorrow looks good. Less wind, upper 40s, plenty of sunshine to go around. So we'll talk about the St. Patrick's Day forecast, but also today we could see snow in part of Minnesota.
Really?
Yep. So we'll break that down for you in just a few minutes.
All right, Kylie. Today, one of 3 men charged with bombing an Islamic mosque in the Twin Cities goes before a judge in Illinois. That bombing happened last August, the Dar al-Farouk Islamic Center in Bloomington. FBI says the men drove to Minnesota from Illinois, threw a pipe bomb through a window, damaging the imam's office. The 3 suspects, Michael Harry, Michael McWhorter, and Joseph Morris, were all charged on Tuesday. A tipster told the FBI that these 3 were responsible for a failed attack on a women's health clinic in Champaign, Illinois. According to court documents, McWhorter confessed to all of it, admitted the trio also robbed Walmarts in Illinois. McWhorter claimed that Harry was the ringleader, and Harry is believed to be the man in this video.
So we're sending out an appeal to all the militia brothers out there. Please come and support us in Clarence, Illinois. We need people to stand with us and win back our liberty.
A decade ago, Harry was convicted of kidnapping his teenage daughters and taking them to Central America for nearly a year. More recently, his company submitted a bid to help President Donald Trump build his border wall. Authorities also say that one of the men confessed that the 3 invaded a home in Indiana, tried to melt a railroad track that could have derailed a train, and planted bombs in a neighbor's yard. Joseph Morris has a hearing this afternoon in Illinois. The other 2 are going to be in court again within the next week.
At least 6 people are dead and several others injured after a pedestrian bridge collapsed near the campus of Florida International University. Search and rescue crews worked through the night trying to find survivors. Police say 8 cars were trapped underneath. The bridge was still under construction. Investigators are looking into whether the accelerated construction method used to get the bridge in place quickly may have played a role. CBS News has learned 2 of the firms that built the bridge have been accused of unsafe practices. One of the companies, the Fig Bridge Group, also designed and built the 35W bridge replacement in Minnesota after it collapsed more than 10 years ago. Governor Mark Dayton is expected to release the details of his budget proposal today.
One of the major things he'll be tasked with doing is aligning Minnesota's tax code with some changes that have been made at the federal government level. If he doesn't do so, then taxpayers here might have a logistical nightmare to deal with come next April. The state also needs to offset the $500 million in tax revenue that will come in. Other areas he's expected to address in his budget are the state's problem-filled new driver's registration system, as well as the senior care system. There is a new police dog on the job in St. Paul.
I can't handle this. It's so cute. I've been obsessing on Twitter for weeks. Okay, so this is Sergeant Fuzz. Look at him. He's an 11-week-old German Shepherd mix. So he's not a canine and he's not a drug dog. Reserve Officer Catherine Smith recruited Fuzz to be the department's first therapy dog, so kind of helping the officers and some victims too.
We want to reach more of our community. We love talking to our community. We want to be more members of our community. And what better than to bring a nice, cute-looking dog like this to be able to help us do that.
I'm all on board with this. Officers say they typically bring canines or other working dogs to community events, but it's best not to pet those dogs. And Sergeant Fuzz, he is there for the petting.
I love this because anything police can do, and we've seen great success in Minneapolis. They have the Bike Cops program where the officers get out there on bikes, get in the neighborhoods, kind of break down that barrier between police and the neighborhood. And Bill, you think like a dog like this, you can go up and how do you not go pet that good little doggy?
know.
You know, I'm glad they're not doing it with a cat. I think a dog, you know, you're going to have a lot more success with a dog than you would a cat.
True.
But yeah, you've got to break the barriers, and I think a dog is a perfect way to do it.
And especially in communities where there might be some animosity towards police, I think just bringing in an adorable little fluffster, my goodness.
You can't go wrong.
Sergeant Fuzz, I can't wait
Pretty
to
good.
meet him. It's on
Pretty
my
good.
list.